If you're a Boeing fan, today's video is for you. Hello everyone, it's Brandon here. Welcome back to another Microsoft Flight Sim News video. Today I'll be talking about the Bluebird simulations 767 and 757, as well as an update to the Kuro 787-8 and plenty more. Let's get right into it. Now kicking off with the Boeing news from the Bluebird simulations team. First off, to remind you what they're doing, they're working on two payware aircraft for Microsoft Flight Sim at the moment. The 757, which is their main focus, and then down the line the 767, which of course is slightly later down the line. For the 757, which is payware, but it will be affordable payware as I've established in previous videos, you'll be getting both the 200 and 300 variant. It will be available as a passenger version with the option to buy a cargo extension down the line, and of course it includes free upgrades as they go along and develop this aircraft, which will be available for both PC and Xbox. They're working in partnership with Just Flight, which says nothing but good things to me, and in terms of their 767, well, a lot more information is needed there. Now, Bluebird Simulations have now released a website providing us with some details and screenshots of their upcoming projects. As you can see there, the 767 is still in very early days, but in their July update, which was on their YouTube channel, the CEO goes through some of the developments they've been doing at the moment, with the CEO of Bluebird Simulations himself going onto the ramp and visiting real life aircraft of both the 757 and 767, taking measurements inside and outside of the cockpit and literally thousands of photos. I believe he said he's taken around 5,000 photos of the 757 and was stuck in the cockpit of a 767 for 4 hours, recording sounds and taking measurements. Personally, I can't think of a place to be better stuck than in a 767 cockpit. But really all this shows is the Bluebird simulations dedication and commitment to this project. I know they're not doing it for free, but they are trying to make this as affordable and as accessible as possible, and it's really good to see. Obviously they're putting a lot of effort into it. Now regarding release date, hopefully we should see the 757 this year towards the end of 2023, but the CEO on the July update video does inform us that it may slip into 2024, and of course the 767 is coming after that. All in all, some good news and a fantastic insight into behind the scenes of the Bluebird simulations team and their work in progress Boeing 757, 200 and 300 and their Boeing 767. There's still a load of information we need to have before we can really come to any judgment, but all in all I am very excited for both of them. Well done. Now from the future to the present, we move over to the sort of freeware Kuro 787-8. Now this has been updated to version 2.1.0 and it is superb. Now while the version 2.0 was an absolute game changer, it really did revolutionise this freeware aircraft. 2.1 fixes some major issues that have been plaguing this product, or freeware project I should say, since its initial release. Now the focus of this update was really on the flight model to separate it away from the 787-10, which the original flight model was based on, and I have to say now it flies like an absolute dream. Now to state the obvious here, funnily enough, I confess to not being a 787 pilot, so my opinion on the flight model is relatively useless, but I can just say it feels a lot more stable in the simulator. It flies much more like a heavy aircraft, or at least how you would imagine a heavy aircraft would. It feels a lot more stable as you would imagine a modern fly-by-wire aircraft to be. And they've achieved these flight model changes by basically sorting out weight and balance in some cases, increasing the authority of some flight surfaces and decreasing the authority of some flight surfaces and controls. Many of you will be familiar with the cruise slightly pitching down when you reach cruise. This negative pitch has been fixed, so you don't have that annoying bug anymore. Now, aside from flight model changes, there have been a plethora of fixes inside and out of the cockpit, and all in all, this really elevates the experience. From font changes in the cockpit on certain bits of text, to autopilot improvements, to lighting improvements and new cockpit texture decals. The list is pretty extensive. All in all, if you have not downloaded this yet, I recommend you do. It is a joy to fly. I cannot wait to tick off some more long haul destinations with it. Now, at the start of this part of the video, I did say this is sort of freeware. Regrettably, this can only be downloaded if you have the Premium Deluxe 787-10, itself of which was updated in Aircraft Avionics Update 2. So it is sort of freeware, but it's locked away from people that don't have the highest version of Microsoft Flight Sim. To all on the Horizon Simulations team, thank you so much for the brilliant job you have done. So a very Boeing centric start to the video there. It's great to see. We've had a lot of Airbus news lately, so it's good to see some people toe the Boeing company line. Now, while you are here, allow me to brief you on some more Microsoft Flight Sim news and updates. Now, World Update 14, which will focus on Central and Eastern Europe, including the Czech Republic, Hungary, Slovakia, Croatia, but controversially not Poland, is set to be released within the next week. Now, this is a pretty extensive one, featuring of course all the countries I've spoken about. 10 new updated cities yet to be listed, or at least I can't find them on the internet, and plenty of points of interest and handcrafted airports, as you would expect with a world update. So if you fly in that part of the world, it's good news for you. Now, sticking with the theme of scenery, Pyreegue Devco have released their rendition of East Midlands Airport, and this is set to be their most realistic add-on to date. I haven't tried it out myself yet, just because I haven't got an infinite wallet, but it does look pretty good, I have to say, and it comes in at a price of €20, which is what, about 15, 16 UK pounds. Now, I know a lot of UK flyers will be excited by this holiday maker and cargo hub located, funnily enough, in the Midlands of the UK, and it even includes Donington Park Race Circuit, which is located just north of the airport, and the Air Museum, which I actually visited last year. If you'd like to check out a little Vulcan shot I made there, here is a link in the top right of the corner. All in all, this looks beautiful. Pyreegue have of course worked on Belfast, Bristol, and a few Scottish airports as well. So, you know, they're really well known for their great British airports. Now, for the final bit of news, for a jet release, the F4 Phantom by DC Designs has been released on online vendors and the marketplace for both PC and Xbox. On the marketplace, it comes in at a price of $35 US. This includes the J, the E, and the GR2, which was the RAF variant of this iconic Cold War interceptor. For those of you on PC, it is also available on the Just Flight website as usual for around £25 UK pounds. DC Designs are known for their well-balanced aircraft. Of course, Microsoft Flight Sim was never really designed for the realistic simulation of military jets, but DC Designs have certainly made the most of it. On that note, guys, I hope you've enjoyed today's video. It's been absolutely chock-a-block with awesome Microsoft Flight Sim news and hopefully a lack of waffle. If you have enjoyed, be sure to like, comment and subscribe. It really is much appreciated. I'll see you all around. Have a good one. Bye-bye.